Hi everyone, welcome back to Snoozy Games. In the last part of our 2-point museum playthrough, we got our star here in Passwater Cove, and now they want us to go back to Memento Mile and earn a second star. And we can certainly do that, I think. I think I am kind of... I don't know about that as being the layout. They've moved the... Yeah, no. I can't really tell what they've done with that, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure. But, okay. Yes, we are at the stage now where we get the tours. So... looking at the different things we have in the different space, or lack thereof in this case perhaps, I think I could run a decent tour with my amber collection. If I kind of tuck that in there, 3.5 stars is okay. I think if we had the honeybee at a higher quality, which we do actually. Oh, perfect. I think that's definitely more suited. I'll pop that here, for example, just to get the buzz bonus on that one. That kind of works too. I think I'd prefer them to see that one first. I don't know why. That just feels like that makes more sense to me. We'll confirm that. I think maybe we could move that. Now that it's definitely picking up all of them anyway, we might as well put that a little closer to the entrance part here. I changed around some of the mic settings as well, so hopefully this is still somewhat soothing for you. Now I can put the wall in here, which is what I wanted, because there's no real point to letting them in there. And we can stock up. We can plan with our benches, which, as I say, is always something that slips my mind when I'm building a museum. When I'm building a hospital or something, for example, they never slip my mind. But I suppose you can only be so good at these kind of things. I guess I was primarily built to build hospitals. That's years of training from when these guys were called Bullfrog. Right. So I think that's everything I can do there for now. If I remember, I have an employee, an expert, who's not very good at tours. He's eloquent, so that's okay. Yeah, you're dull, and as a result, you don't do the tours. Perfect. That is all sorted then. I am, however, going to send you to... Where shall I send you? Oh, I didn't realise I'd unlocked Hermit Hills. That's interesting. What are the events here? Okay. Just one. Oh, I don't think that's any... There's no way I can really make much use of that right now then. But I do... Yeah, the treacle ponds. Have I been to treacle ponds yet? Yes. Oh yes, I got the right-footed, the fossil there. Oh, there's a new one over here too. Oh, interesting. Vintage vestiges. I think I'd rather see what we can do here and actually, that doesn't seem too bad. Because I can do that, and then get some good surveying of the land. Yeah, I think that is the play. And in fact, it might be worth training up one of the assistants to have the pilot wings. I think that's going to be a good investment, and then we can make those a little quicker, but still with the survey skills in order to make sure that we get everything that we need from there. So he's doing the tour. This expert here, Josiah. He's robust and loyal, but he's not eloquent. The eloquent guy's not doing it, but hey, there we go. Wouldn't it be great? Well, you can. Yes, I can unlock a second plot of land, as was to be expected. Now, if I remember, you have to unlock this plot of land first. I don't think there's an option to unlock any other plot. Yeah, it has to be this one. Run a tour containing 3 dinosaur bones. Okay, so I think the skeletons, the dinosaur bones, should definitely start being a priority. The cave painting corner's quite cool. Okay. I'll keep that in the inventory for now, because the whole reason I have this section here is to build a kind of dinosaur bones area. Need to get the Boulderdillo skeleton and make that max, which I think was here. Yeah, there we go. It's okay. If he's doing the tours, we can kind of take that away. And I think, honestly, as I said, I think I've said this in the last part, helicopter damage is something I can deal with for the sake of potentially getting that pristine. Because they're always pristine if they're fully finished skeletons, which is a nice touch. How much am I making on an average month? There I'm making 3,948. That's pretty solid. Taking a look at that. Maximize profits, yeah. I don't really want to fire any staff. Okay, I am making decent profit. I could probably do with giving people some pay raises. Don't really need the sharp on tops skeleton. Still a great name. Because I've already got a full one and I've already placed it out. What else is new over here? The Sunkiss Creek. Oh, it's a time limited one. Okay. That's fine. That's not something that I know enough about, really. And that's fine by me. Got some training slots available now, so I think it's... Why are you waiting? There is an available position. Okay, well. Let's see what this one is. Bean-brained and nimble. That works for me. I'll get another ticket going just for the sake of bringing people in. Wouldn't want them to be waiting there. So... it's definitely worth getting some pilot wings trained up. Yeah, I'll get you your training wings. And I think I could do with a third. It's going to be Emily. Emily Bolognese. Incredible name, by the way. I think that's worth my doing. Perfect. That is a full set for a Boulderdillo skeleton, which is exactly what is needed. Call a janitor to fix that. How many janitors do I have here? Is it worth getting another one? Yeah, especially one with the handy perk. Handy is a very nifty thing for a janitor to be. So that's fine by me. I do actually, I said in an earlier part that I play this differently to how I would normally play. I do quite like having this little, almost like a corridor. It's like a staff corridor, which is very nifty. Pulls them all in there. That's great. So, realizing that I need to get a lot of these, some of these are time-specific events, aren't they? Yeah. So that's okay. Well, I have to bring him for his survival skills. And then I'd like to bring you for the sake of surveying the land. Might as well do that to make sure you're not there for nearly 2 months. Safe travels. And there they go.
Congratulations to our newly promoted staff member. Now, get back to work.
Get back to work. Very droll. No, that's fun. I just wanted to check something on the pause menu, but there is nothing to check, so that is fine. By not seeing what I needed, that is exactly the answer to my question, in fact. Yeah. That's not a bad idea. I might buy a little something like that. That's kind of cool. I'm not opposed to that as a sponsorship deal, but we don't need it right now. Doing pretty solidly. What I do want is, oh, it's still in here, isn't it? There we are, the prices. Everything's good value, which is good, obviously. Just conscious about this and getting the 4.5 grand over 3 months, especially because I do think my staff deserve a pay raise, and I would like to make sure everyone is happy. They're all on their starting salaries. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to satisfy everyone's pay needs and just see the effect. Yeah, because some of them are quite significantly underpaid right now. So we satisfy everyone to give them a solid paycheck, and then we'll see. Okay, that's good. You know, we can use that, and then we'll see how that affects my profits. Okay, that's perfect. So that's definitely going to level up my surveyor. While they're doing that, the troll grab game. If I remember, that has quite a long. That always ends up with a long queue because it only takes one at a time, really. It's exactly like the one in the film, and vaguely like the real thing. Could you imagine? We'll do that. I think we'll get that. Bring them all a little further over here, because really, this big empty space is going to remain empty until we get the bones in here, and then I can have the troll game here. Gives them a reason to come over and closer to the gift shop, and I think it's worth sticking a toilet in as well. Because that's kind of covered the corners. Sort of, enough. And in fact, I think I will move this donation stand down here so that I can. Let's see what we got first. More of the boa conductor. Splendid. And then we'll put some vending machines down here. Just to still keep people within range of their favorite snacks and beverages. Can't have enough bins. You really can't. You can't have enough bins. Litter just pisses me off, man. I think that's the closest thing to a swear word we've got here. We're going to keep it PG-13 on this channel if I can help it. Although, you know, this is my third episode. I am curious. Is swearing something that you particularly don't like in your chill content? Or is it something that doesn't really bother you very much? I would genuinely appreciate knowing. If you're still awake, do let me know. It can wait if you're just about to drift off, though. Maybe when you wake up, you can let me know. Or if you're just enjoying the chill vibes and got some nice background, you know, that's what I'm here for. Just keeping company. If we put that there, so that's gotta get it to a fairly decent decoration. That's level 4. Well, that's perfect. Oh, that's perfect. And then we can have that there. And that also incentivizes people to head towards the gift shop as well. Only thing is that a little bit in the way? I think I prefer that being there. It's a bit more intentional. It doesn't directly obstruct. I guess it doesn't really obstruct the toilet there, but we'll move the door there just to give it a definite place to... Oh, I just taught myself out of a donation there, but that's okay. Yeah, go on. I reckon that'll bring in some solid money. And it's a nice thing to do to keep people busy. A lot of people waiting at the water cooler there. So, what say we had another? We all gotta stay hydrated. Don't I know it? Now, I guess the actual, surveying isn't all that important right now. I'm more just sending them because with the staff expedition journal, it's a great pun, and the extra 5 XP here, extra 5% rather, staff required, and it is blank. We may never know. It's a nice way to level them up because I do want my surveyor to have... I think I said I wanted them to have the pilot wings as well, just to get them in and out of places, or maybe I wanted them to have the survival skills. I really don't remember. I don't remember what my plan was. I'm sure you guys might, if you've seen the previous parts more recently than I made them. The joys of snoozy content. It is a fizzy drink that I've got here, but it is caffeine free. Whoops. I'm getting alerted to do my Duolingo. I really must, I must keep that in my mind. So I'll have to wrap this part up. I will not spoil when I'm recording this, but I don't have a huge amount of time left. I think that's it. Oh, perfect. So now I have 2 dinosaur bones, pristine exhibits that I can use to build this area, which is going to immediately bring people over to this section as well. It's a nice addition. Yeah, that one always ends up with a big queue. other item here. We just haven't seen it. It's quite obnoxious. Really? Let me double check what's... Yeah, so that one needs 2 on the survival skills. That one only takes 1, so maybe it is worth having the survey and the survival skills. I'm not really seeing anything in the immediacy that would benefit from having 2 survival. But it's definitely, there's enough benefit to have 1 survival and 1 surveying. So I think I'll do that for you, and then I can give you the pilot wings. And you can kind of get in and get out, which I think is nifty. I think that might be the play, ultimately. Now, is it worth investing in another expert at this stage? I really don't know. I think it will be, because I am going to set up another tour, and in fact, we can train you. You're a good egg. So you might not be doing as much of the expeditions. I think that's the play then. I think that's going to be what we do. And we shall send you in. And now that we do have some surveying, we'll send you in order to get yourself the experience. Hopefully we don't end up with the injury. I'm kind of fortunate that we don't need that right now, but we'll come back to that later. I'm sure I'll get another request for that kind of thing. Hopefully you don't get injured, guys. Safe travels. The carry-on trail kind of takes its time. I don't know how many pieces of the skeleton would be in the other one, is the truth. Don't need the shop on top, but that's going to be useful for when we get the... these are all going to be very useful for once I get to the analytics stage. And we can break the exhibits down and have a better understanding of them. More knowledge. We are a museum, after all. We do want people to feel smarter. Maybe it's worth moving another guard as well. Oh, yes, of course. It's the PAL, the PAL pad, the PAL pad. I don't know if that's a pun. I'm afraid it's so far over my head that I can hear it whooshing by. So what else can we do? Well, we've got some ways and means. Honestly, things seem to be ticking along pretty fine. I'm just gonna wait for Josiah, I think it was, that got injured. Yeah, the old broken face had a rough expedition. And we do want you to be happy, so where are we at with everything else? Yeah, it's just the injury and the pay satisfaction, of course. That kind of is going to perpetually tick as the staff keep getting better and better in the game. Yeah, we got plenty. We got a couple people available here. Yeah, but that's fine because you're not going to do a lot of the tour guiding, as I say. No, it might just be worth holding off on that for now. What does this mean? This face is smiley, but it says unattractive environment. What's unattractive about it? I suppose you are looking directly at a bin. The rubbish is probably not too helpful. Why are you just staring at the bin? Is everything okay, my friend? There we are. On your toddle. Don't know how some trash ended up over there. Unless one of my naughty staff has been doing it. Gah. 9th of September. Hopefully the heat wave is not a factor. Yes, perfect. So we can send you, and we can send you to get you up to 5. Or at least close to 5, I would hope. And then it is definitely worth training at least one of these guys with pilot wings. Because it means we can safely do them at half speed. And if someone's got surveying skills, then it doesn't actually impact too much in how much we'll learn and get from sending people, which is nice. You seem very unhappy. You are a professor, hence you want more knowledge. Knowledge is something that I am lacking in this museum. But that's because we don't have the means to research anything yet. I don't know exactly when that comes. This is like... This, I think, is going to be a big focus on the... oh boy, a dilemma. Okay. Oh, perfect. Someone with survey skills. High morale. Perfect. I don't know about any of these. I imagine that would hurt. That would be low morale, perhaps. That would cause some issues. I don't know exactly which ones, but survey skills just gives them a little boost. They can enjoy the shade, chill for a bit. I'm very happy for them.
The expedition team have returned. Survey complete.
Oh, 1 XP point away. Come on. How could you do this? It's another boa constrictor skeleton, which we unfortunately don't need. Great. That is great. Now there was one thing added that's very nifty in this updated version, where when you max out your survey level, you can send them looking for specific things, which is going to be very useful. Well, I definitely want you for the sake of getting the upgrade, and I think if the sandstorm just causes helicopter damage, I think it is going to be worth the risk. And in fact, if we're risking helicopter damage, we might as well make this a speedy trip. But you see, you still get 30 on the survey % level. There's already a chance for some helicopter damage. I think only one of those events is going to actually happen for the sake of the experience that you're going to get from going. Still get some decent survey in there. I think it'll be okay. I'm keeping my eyes on the little section here, just to see what we got. What our random event is. It's chopper damage. Honestly, it was kind of to be expected. That's fine. I could probably put some of these fossils here outside the workshop, just again to bring people further down that way. It's the boa constrictor again. just what we didn't need. Brilliant. So I think it's... I don't remember what... Oh, okay, they don't actually have traits, this one. Yeah, I do want someone to have some pilot wings, I have to be honest. I just think that's going to be useful in the grand scheme to get people shipped along. It maybe it wasn't the right play to do it with someone who doesn't have the survey skills, because it kind of completely counteracts some of the benefits. But because I've done it now, if I send 2 there with a 70, that completely maxes it out, and then we can guarantee that we're only going to get the pterodactyl wings, which is exactly what we need. This whole section is going to be dinosaur bones. And in fact, we might even be able to move this in there. I don't think it's really necessary though. I'm sure we'll find some more dinosaur bones. And the 3 that we've got are fairly small in that sense. So I might as well start decorating. I always like these fossil wall molds. I always think they're pretty useful to get in there. You'll see that when I decorate, I'm a little bit more utilitarian in my approach. It's very much like just getting it done, basically. Just getting it looking okay in the eyes of everybody. So that seems fine, ultimately. So now, yes, now we are at full survey level max. We can spend significantly more money and more time, but it'll guarantee that we get the one that we want. Because it's already taking up more time, the pilot wings is coming in handy. So now, yes, it counters the speedy chopper damage events, it knocks 5% off the base level, and it means we can go quickly without risking the helicopter. Of course, it risks it anyway with this specific expedition, but I don't think that's important too bad for this, to be honest. We'll just cross our fingers and hope that we get the extra XP. And we'll also cross our fingers. Why does that one not have the little green light on top? It's very strange. It's distracting. Very peculiar. If I were to hypothetically drop that in somewhere, that's decoration buzz at 15 of 15. That's fine then. Helicopter damage, in fairness, as we expected. Let's spin this round. Get you a little more center to where we can put the doors. I would hope that they would know not really to bother going in there at this stage. I think I'd rather have that there, just so on the inside it's a little bit more even. Yeah, something like that looks okay. I'll crack that open. We have the body, which is good. Did my surveyor? Yes, did get the upgrade there. People aren't happy with their pay again. Everybody's getting paid okay, I hope. No need to worry. Everything's fine. Is there a janitor there? Let's call a janitor. I would have hoped one would kind of already have been on their way. Helicopter damage being something you wouldn't think you'd really need to be suggested to look into, but what do I know? They're probably really busy guys, to be fair. Now we can... I guess I didn't really think about what I'm going to give this one. Laura Rocket. But I don't have to make that decision right now. That's something we can chew over. And then we can complete that. Complete that one, which is good. If we pop you kind of here. Just in case someone toddles immediately over. Pop you there. And then we can do a curved info board that hopefully will cover everything that I'm about to put in here. We have the boa constrictor skeleton, of course, which will pop there. I think you also want to be near a prehistory exhibit, so that's perfect. And then the pterodactyl can kind of stand alone, it would seem. What is your buzz? Near a layered rock. Well, let's get some layered rocks, my friend. How about it?
Start promoted. You're now a little better. Not much, but still.
And there we have it. They're all on the big boosts. They're all pristine quality. Perfect, perfect, perfect. If I scooch... No, I do kind of need it to be close enough for it to make that work, so that's fine. And now we can get it to spot here. And there we have it. 3 pristine dinosaur bones at over 4 stars. That's over 8 out of 10. We run the tour. That's going to make some decent cash, I would hope. And because I'm not going to do too many of the expeditions, we should have enough people here to help out, I think. Especially if we maybe have you focused entirely on tours, Crispin, because you are just that good. And then yeah, we got Olive doing the tours there, which is good. So, and that's definitely, yeah, giving information for everything, which is what we want. Now we just make enough money and we can unlock this plot of land and the next stage of the game begins. Or at least of this map. But I think this is the play. I feel like this little area here is so perfectly designed for something specific. Maybe this is where I'm supposed to put my cold finds, but it feels like such a big space that doesn't really feel like making the most out of it. I'm thinking another guard is going to be worth having. I just won't take you on a huge amount of the expeditions if you're so delicate. And we'll have another there as well because we do need to train these guys in something that's going to be useful in a moment. It's coming up. I've played the game. I've played the game. I don't know who I expect to get that reference. Is it worth putting something here just for the sake of... I do have a coffee kiosk that might work. Drinking fountain could be good. Another bench, perhaps. Put a bench here. See, this is why I want the big donation baskets. Donation stand, excuse me. I don't remember when they get unlocked. Oh, I have to unlock the info stands with Kudosh. See, I keep forgetting to do that as well. I keep thinking they're things that will just unlock over time, but they will not. Great. Purchased a lot, and we're set. The analysis room. Here we go. This is the moment. This is where the magic begins. Is there anywhere that I can put it where I don't need to open or build a whole new building on this side just for it at this stage? Truth be told, I don't know. I think potentially. No, I'm taking a look. I could maybe have a slight eyesore sort of jutting out in this area. I'm not crazy about the idea myself. Die. Fit it. Well, I'm sure I could fit it. My point is, would it be obtrusive? Yes. That's way too obtrusive. I don't really want that there, if that's gonna bring... Apologies there, my friends. A minor interruption. Nothing too terrible. There will be another one in due time. So thinking about where to put the analysis room, I'm just gonna have to build on this plot that I now have, which I suppose is why I got it. So that's it's fine ultimately. It's just a bit obtrusive. I don't think obtrusive really is the word that I was looking for there. But while we're building, we might as well future-proof it a little bit while I've got the money to spend and I'm making the profits. I can put the door to the toilet there. And then it's worth having a staff room in every building, from my experience. So we shall do that too. Close that for now, because ideally no one's actually going to be coming into this part for a little while. And then I can also build the analysis room. And then yeah, these are you know, hefty investments. But an analysis room is mandatory at this stage. Survey cabinet, I couldn't even afford it when I unlocked it. Couldn't afford a lot of these. I could do the analysis microscope. So we'll do that. And then get it up to 3. That's perfect. Get them in there at the staff door to make sure that no one bothers my boys. And then it's definitely worth getting another one now because I'm about to gain a whole load of knowledge. I think I already have a star fossil. I do. So it's worth doing that one. And yes. Okay, well, I'm not really sure as to why you gonna be doing something when I hire you, but yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Some water. It's okay.
And see, now we would benefit from doing one of these. And actually, that might be the perfect place to put it. Perfect indeed. I have to get the decoration level up, of course, as was to be expected. So, let's stick with the theme, shall we? Ooh, is that my mouse playing up, or is that just, it's very odd. No, it might be the game running funny. That's, yeah, okay. I think we're back. That's fine. What do you need? You'll need an info stand and a donations thing, certainly. Hates litter. That's fine. You don't have any litter there. But we'll give you your own donation stand because you're just so special. And we'll give you that one there. What is that? Oh, it's a hanging candy flower, apparently. Not that that's not lovely, but it's not exactly necessary, is it? We'll do the Explorer statue, just to bring it up to full whack. If there were a decent place for it, there it is. Yep. And then there's probably something else that we can add to this, just to give it a buffer. I'd like for it to be on 4. And there it is. Great.
Children should be supervised at all times.
Nifty way to make a bit extra profit because it's a whole new exhibit for people to see and it won't get stolen. I think this is before they even introduce the possibility of things getting stolen. So that's good money. It's just good money. We'll get that 15k at the end. I think I will open this staff room up now that we are having people in here. The right fossil, we can do that because I have the right footprint here. Yeah. And then what else? What else could I do? Do I have a helix fossil out and about? No, but I don't really like having average exhibits, to be honest. Someone there is hungry. Is it worth copying over the vending machines? Because I think they may well be. The dirt floor. Lovely. Get some bins. Very important, obviously. And then the perks can be quite nifty. Honestly, I don't really use the perks as much as I should. But something like this, as it's intimidating. Yeah, we can use that to boost the entertainment. That's kind of a big attraction there. I reckon plenty of people are going to go and see that one. A wager, that's intimidating. These are intriguing. So it's a boost to the knowledge, which is good. Because right now they're all very base level. But we're moving up, you see. We're moving up, just like that. Worth doing the sharp on top. As I say, kind of a flagship one. Not. Is it worth doing the cave painting corner. I don't know. I don't know. But really, that is all I need. And then can't put any perks on one of those. That's fine. I reckon that's a good one for an energy boost. Frozen Beehive has everything that we could need from it. The honeyed bee, because that would get it to max, and we already have a great level there. And some money back. That's always good. Okay, yeah. Things are ticking.
Staff promoted. You're now a little better. Not much, but still.
And I'm making 8 grand. That's pretty nifty. I need to display another like 100 buzz. So I think we're gonna cheat the system again, my friends. Bear with me while I plop all of my things out and then immediately re-plop them in. Sounds like more of a painful procedure than it really is. Perfect. Just as this part's kind of already dragged, well, I certainly hope it hasn't dragged necessarily, but it's been taking its time. Here we go. We're about to get to botany stuff, plants and that. Isn't that exciting? Let's have a look at 2. Unlock the Spoony Dunes. That's actually pretty good. There's some interesting stuff to be found there. I think some anomalies and, yeah, the mysteries and stuff. Could be some good stuff, and that plays into a later aspect. Yeah, see, someone wants some training, and it's one of my janitors. That's fair enough, bud. Another person doing the workshops, not a bad idea. Someone trained in mechanics, not a bad idea. And someone trained in fire resistance. Not bad ideas all around, I would say. Let's have a look what we've got. Loyal and a good egg, and eloquent. Oh, it's worth having 2. Always. It's always worth stocking up, you see. We'll build out that area a little bit. We'll add the door. Don't really need the prehistory one. It's just a regular door. I prefer the archway for the sake of getting people in. Can I fit 2 in here? No. That's fine then. I would say that is absolutely fine. Get us some benches in this part. Some vending machines. Just to really make sure this isn't just a pointless corridor. Looks like I have some idea what I'm doing. Yeah, that's fine by me right now. Let's pick up our winnings. 15 grand just like that. Splendid, splendid. And now we can send someone over here. This is mandatory to get the illness, because you're not going to hire someone straight up with level 15, are you? Pretty sure you have to get the illness on this one. And then they'll show you how to deal with staff illnesses.
Standards are being inspected.
Yeah, just like that, and almost immediately. It's kind of an inevitability, I would say.
The expedition team have returned with an illness. Someone has a case of irritable trowel. Not a
Irritable trowel. I like that. I like that a lot. It's very funny. So we'll get them out. And then we'll send them to get their illness sorted. Which again I think is a mandatory one. No, it's not. Oh, it's just an optional one. I didn't realize that, I have to say. I thought that was part of the tutorial. You had to send someone. Now, if I remember, I think you've got to be level 12? That is a question. To get another 1 out of 2 in museum. Oh, wait, so I can. Oh, okay. I must have passed the point. So you can have 2 helipads. Maybe at level 8 or something. It might be worth investing in another one of those. Or certainly at some point soon. So we'll crack on, we got that. Perfect. And that's a nice excuse to have them leveled up as well, which is always a plus in its way. The benefit of hiring 2 good botany staff without any training means that whatever the events are here, we can kind of try and counter. There's nothing we can do to counter. Very well. But they need to anyway. So you see. Oh, no. Okay, they need a security guard as well. Do excuse me. I think some of my security guards are pretty good.
less useless.
So, loyal and a good egg and eloquent. I think we'll give Bryn, it's a lovely Welsh name by the way, survey skills. As we've established, those are quite nifty, although so are survival skills. I really don't know which one to do. Really, whatever training they want a decent boost. We shall train 1 in survival and 1 in survey. While we don't have any plants to actually look after, that feels like a wise move. Oh, I can. No, I don't have any perks to put in there yet. That's okay. Keep on ticking. We're not even halfway to the star. I think in order to keep these episodes at a fairly uniform length, we'll send them off to an expedition and then we'll end the part. We can always pick up sort of halfway through earning a star. And I think that might be the wise decision. Because, as I say, that leaves me time to do my Duolingo, among other things. We all have to have priorities in life, don't we? And while I do love this game, I think language learning is slightly easier to justify as a use of my time. I should have seen what this would have needed. Okay, yeah, that's the only one that really could have done anything, so that's okay. Not feasibly, I could do it, but the problem is, I think, yeah, there's a chance that my team will just completely die. I think it's worth just not doing that right now, to be honest. I can get up to the 8 there, yeah. Counter the lost. So it's a very real chance that my team are going to get ill. If we're doing a speedy one, then it's worth sending the survey skills guy. You want some training. How many people? Customer service. And then I can train you in that one. Give you some happy thoughts. You on there as well. And then aerodynamics. Some of these, honestly, I'm kind of just going at sheer random. I don't know how obvious that is. I still do not yet have the ones that I intend to give to these guys. Globetrotter and Pilot Wings is a pretty goated combo, I would say, at least at this stage. That's absolutely fine. Oh, my bloody thing is full. So it is worth having 2. It's costing me money. Dang, and a decent amount as well. Maybe that's a sign I need another guard. It's not getting picked up quick enough. Or this is just a particularly popular area, as I kind of envisioned it would be with all the dinosaur bones, in fairness. That was kind of to be expected. So we'll complete this, we'll pick up the exhibit, and then we shall implement it in the next part. The Blooming Buffoon. Splendid, and it's great, which is good. We'll occasionally ingest a guest, turning them into a clown. Very well. Send to inventory, because it will give us more information on how to look after it and do everything in a moment. But I think that'll conclude the part. So thanks for tuning in to Snoozy Games and 2 Point Museum, Episode 3.